y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome to something I'm so excited about, a new segment I'm gonna start called Dear Sayhop. For the past 4 years, I've been receiving the most wonderful, heartfelt, funny letters to my P.O. box, and I've saved every single one of them. I have 2 huge boxes with all the letters. I've never thrown one away. So what I want to do is do a weekly thing where I read some of the letters that I've received that ask for advice. This directly is asking for advice on a subject which I feel like could be very relatable to a ton of people out there. And this is something I know I've been in the same situation. And I'm gonna go over things that I wish people would have told me while I was in the thick of it, you know? Like I wish somebody would have just grabbed me and been like, Sara. That's obviously not what I'm gonna do. That's crazy. Because I can't just sit on the edge of your bed with you and talk to you like I would my sister or my best friend, which is what I want to do, I feel like this is the next best thing. Here's the first Dear Sayhop letter. Also, I'm going to change the names and some of the locations so as to not totally give away some people's business. You know what I mean? Sarah, I wanted to start off by saying that I think of you as the other older sister of mine. You and Riv are the absolute cutest. I wanted to write to you for a while, but I never knew exactly what to say. I'm writing to you to ask you of a favor. My head and my heart are in 2 different places. I met Adam my freshman year of high school and we dated off and on until junior year. We kept breaking up because I was scared of, quote, being loved. But we always got back together. Adam joined the army, so we haven't been able to really talk. And I've been dating this boy, Chris, for over 2 years now. I've been pretty happy with him for the most part. There's some things that he does that really bother me, but he kind of doesn't try to fix them or change his actions or the habits he has. Anyway. But every time, this is so hard to switch the names as I'm reading it. I should have written it down on all of it. Okay, anyway. Every time Adam gets to talk to me, it brings up the feelings I have for him, so it makes my relationship with Chris seem miserable. I'm not really miserable with Chris, but I'm not where I thought I would be by now. We, Chris and I, both work at a theme park. I have plans to leave after high school to go to work somewhere that's better suited to what I really want to do for work. I have active plans for the future. Chris does not. I feel like I would be happier with Adam, and Adam has agreed that he'd like to give us another shot since we've both grown up a lot since the last time we were together. Now, Adam is home from basics for a break, and we caught up. And when it came time for us to say goodbye, he picked me up for a hug, and we accidentally kissed. What was not an accident was the 2 he gave me after that. I know, I shouldn't have let it happen, but it did, okay? All caps. Ever since that happened, I've been in pieces. My relationship with Chris is low-key falling apart. I resent Chris and I feel like it's a chore to be with him. Anyway, I really love Adam. I can't help but feel like God put him in my life for a reason. Every time we reunite, we click back like we were never apart. My mom really likes Adam, but I don't want to break up with Chris for Adam and then things not work out. I think I could break up with him I don't think I could break up with him until graduation anyway. I talked to my mom about this and she told me to follow what my heart says. My heart says Adam, but my head says Chris until I know that me and Adam wouldn't work. I don't want to just string Chris along like that. So do I follow my heart or just ignore my feelings for Adam and stay with Chris? Sorry for laying out my problem on you like that. I just wanted to get an opinion from someone who doesn't know any of us. Asterisk. Also, I've never been in a long-distance relationship, but I'd be willing to try with Adam since he's in the army. I feel like we could make it work. Thanks, Sarah. Caroline. All right, I've got thoughts. One of the most important things that I feel like is really necessary for you to take away is reading this whole letter, it really sounds like you're done with your current boyfriend and you need to cut that. You are stringing him along. And it's not okay to make someone your safety net just so you feel like you're not alone and you have a boyfriend. You don't need a boyfriend. And I know people say that's you don't need no man, but really, you don't. You said you feel like being with him feels like a chore. I've been in that relationship too. Oh my gosh. And by the time I got out of it and I could finally see things from the other side, I was like, why did I wait so long to break up with this person? I was miserable. As you used that word in this letter. I mean, you already kissed your ex. This is just not fair, and I understand how awkward it would be to break up with him and then have to see him at work every day. That is awful. But I feel like if you have a straight up, very adult, very eye contact conversation with him about how you don't see this being a future, you don't see a relationship continuing, he deserves the conversation. So, okay, this part, you said, I don't want to break up with Chris for Adam and then things not work out. And it sounds like to me you're scared of being alone because you don't want to be left without anybody. But that's not what's important. Something I wish someone would have grabbed me by the shoulders and said, in a kind way, in a sisterly way, stop. In a kind way, I wish someone would have said to me, I wrote this down so I wouldn't forget exactly how I wanted to word it. Stop putting the responsibility of your happiness on other people. Other people cannot be responsible for your happiness. It's all about you being happy with yourself and having a good relationship with God. You have to be happy with yourself before you can be happy with anybody else. You have to be. And nothing is black and white. I understand the world is gray. And everything I'm saying is kind of like this is this and that is that. And please take everything as you will with a grain of salt or whatever. This is just my personal experience with a similar situation and what I wish someone would have told me. The main question and the main problem, you said your head is in one place, your heart is in another. Well, I say all of you isn't anywhere. And because of that, you can't be a good partner to anyone. I think it'd be really, really beneficial just for your entire future, the rest of your life, for you to take a moment and be truly introspective and find out who you are as a person so that you can be great for someone else. Because being kind of halfway with either of them, it's not gonna work. And it's not fair to you and it's not fair to them. And I know if I were in the middle of this situation and someone told me, you need to be alone, I'd be like, I want a boyfriend. Because it is so wonderful to have a boyfriend, to have someone to text, call, FaceTime. I get it. But I also wish someone would have taken me and said, stop putting the responsibility of your happiness on other people, because it is about you and you finding that happiness within yourself. Because at the end of the day, at the end of your life, at the end of everything, you've got to be with you all the time. Just especially going in with all these doubts, it's probably not the best time to start a long distance relationship. Primarily because you made out with him while you're dating someone else, and I'm sure he's fully aware of this. And so he is gonna go into this with that little seed, tiny seed that will grow and flower into this little bit of doubt. Where he's like, oh, well, she did that to me while she was dating someone else. What if she kisses somebody while she's dating me? Because he knows it's possible. He may be the most trusting guy in the whole wide world. I don't know him. But you need to keep that in mind, it's gonna be there. You can't unring a bell. And you're really young. This is the time in your life to make mistakes and have these kind of relationships so you can build on who you are as a person. I totally understand that. Go on to that new job, go on to that next step for your plan, and move on. None of this is to say like, you're a bad person, you're doing the wrong thing, why are you with anybody? That's not what I'm saying at all. At all. But I do fully believe you need to cut it. You can't have someone be your security blanket or your safety net. It's not fair. And you're not being fair to yourself, in all honesty. And that's who I'm most concerned with in this situation, because you're the one that wrote me. Make sure you really concentrate, like going back out with your ex just because it's comfortable, you really need to focus like, am I doing this because I really feel this way, or is it because it's comfortable? Really heavily weigh that out. That's what I encourage you to do. I'm not saying it's one way or the other, because I'm not in your relationship, I don't know. But that is something I made the mistake of doing. I thought it was like, this must be it. This must be the real thing. We'll probably end up together because we keep reconnecting and it's just like, it works. No, it was comfortable. That's what it was. And knowing now, like seeing that now, it's like, how could I have not seen it before? It was just because it was easy, not because it was healthy, because it wasn't. So I know my advice might come off as a little harsh, like, oh, you shouldn't be with anybody. But that is not what I mean. And when you're in the middle of it, it is so hard to see the forest for the trees. Like you can't see the big picture because this seems like the biggest decision in your life at the moment. And it might be, and that's okay. You're learning who you are. And through this situation, you'll find out who you are. If you have any questions of something that you would like maybe advice on, like somebody, like an older sister type thing like this, I would love to hear from you. Of course, you don't have to send me anything, but if you feel so compelled to do so, I am open and ready to receive, my friend. Click the bell so you never miss one, and I might be reading your letter next. I hope you guys liked this segment. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, because that stuff is important. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Oh, and make sure you check out mine and Robbie's new channel. We keep doing fun, weird things. I'm Sayhop. This is Sleepy Chico, and we're out.